Well, as Trump closes in on the GOP nomination and Clinton keeps her delegate lead, it is, of course, time to start talking about the running mates. Here with her picks, her VP political strategist, Morgan Ortega. Thanks for waking up with us.
Absolutely.
So, VP choice is always important, but it seems like this time around it could be the make or break for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. So let's start with Trump. We heard Ben Carson come out and say it could be Sarah Palin, could be Ted Cruz. Trump has since said not likely the case. So who do you think for Trump?
Well, there's a long list of interesting people for Trump. One of my favorites, actually, is Newt Gingrich, because I think he brings something interesting to the ticket in that he fought a lot of battles with the Clintons in the 1990s. He's used to getting under their skin. He's used to sparring with them, and I think that he would very successfully go after Hillary Clinton.
And people are talking about a woman, that Donald Trump might need a woman to help with the women vote. Joni Ernst, what do you think about that?
I think she's fantastic, and if you look at Donald Trump's business career, he's had a lot of really high-level women that work for him, and he responds well to them. Joni Ernst is a senator in a critical swing state, military background, loved by the Tea Party, plus.
There's also been talk about Senator Scott Brown.
I think he's a great choice because he's been very loyal, was one of the first people to endorse Donald Trump, has experience in the Senate, is seen as a moderate, and again, if you want that loyalty factor, he was one of the very first people there to support Donald Trump.
Well, Trump loves to surprise people. Who might be a wild card for Trump?
I think somebody that would be really interesting would be Congresswoman Mia Love. She's the only
from Utah, my home state.
Yeah, she's the only female black Republican in Congress. She's young, she's energetic. If he's going to go outside of the box, I think she'd be a fantastic choice.
Very interesting. All right, Hillary Clinton. Who does she need?
You know, so she actually is struggling to find a running mate because of the three senators that would be successful, Sherrod Brown, Elizabeth Warren, and Cory Booker, all Republican governors. So if she picks one of them, a Republican governor is probably going to lose that state. They'll lose that state in the Senate. Also, over the past few election cycles, Democrats have lost the governorships in a lot of states. So she's struggling a little bit to find somebody really high profile without actually hurting her party in Congress.
You mentioned Sherrod Brown.
Sherrod Brown's a great choice because he's from Ohio. He threw a little cold water on this speculation last night, saying that he was, again, concerned about his seat going to the Republicans. But she needs to pick someone like that who has a lot of respect with the white working class voters, respect from her base, and she's seriously suffering from that right now with all of her losses to Bernie Sanders.
She also needs the supporters from Bernie Sanders. What about an Elizabeth Warren? There's been a lot of talk about that, but then you also alienate the middle voters, right?
You do, but Elizabeth Warren has proven to be a very effective attack dog against Donald Trump, and I think that's actually what Bill Clinton is going to want in Hillary's running mate.
The Twitter wars, man, what we could expect if those two were running against each other. Who else for Hillary Clinton? She's even mentioned Bill Clinton, or people have been talking about that. Is that real?
I mean, again, it presents a constitutional conundrum if he could actually be chosen. However, if we're going to look at this as the reality show, what this election has been so far this year, he's the best choice. They presented themselves over the past 30 years as a package deal to the American public, so I say, why not double down on that?
Well, the producer, my ear just reminded me there is a spouse ticket on the House of Cards, so you never know
exactly.
if this is a reality show.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Very true. Interesting, though, there have been some talk about John Kasich maybe with Hillary Clinton. He's a Republican, of course, but might that help her reach out to the middle voters, the independents?
If this election starts to get really nasty, I think Americans are going to want to look for a bipartisan ticket, and if she's willing to do that, and if John Kasich is willing to do it, critical swing state of Ohio again, and she could perhaps peel off some of those moderate Republicans that have been on the fence about voting for Trump in November.
And Kasich could be an interesting one for Trump as well.
He could. He's like the most popular guy in America right now. I mean, I think that he would be at the top of Trump's list as well because of, again, served as a governor, served in the Senate, served in Ohio, and left the race very well liked, whereas Rubio and Cruz left the race pretty damaged. Kasich left, sitting pretty.
Yeah, well, it may be weeks until we know, but we will continue to speculate because that is what we love to do. Morgan Ortega, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.